Hello guys, and welcome to another video on the Admin Talks YouTube channel. Today we're going to be having a look at Qmee. So it is a survey site. It also has certain cashback and offers, and there's also a few other ways, or at least one other way that I know of, that you can make money on it. Now I did a video on Prolific, which is a brilliant service. Basically people in the academic field will want to gather some information and get opinions, get people testing certain things, and you can get paid for it. Great. And the rates are pretty good too. Now this video is basically to say the complete opposite about Qmee, and by all means have a look for yourself, but I just trying to kind of make sure that you guys know what's what, kind of the best ways to earn money online, and that you're not wasting your time. Now people might comment about making money online and how this isn't the best way because you can do drop shipping or FBA and that kind of thing, but those sorts of things often take upfront investment. They take a lot of hard work, they take knowledge. I'm talking about survey sites, I'm talking about selling on eBay, that kind of thing. And if you're into any of that, do give this video a like, comment and subscribe to the channel for more stuff like that. Also I make videos about saving money, tech reviews, that kind of thing, so it'd be great to have you on board. Now on with the video. So we are looking at Qmee here. Effectively what we've got is the surveys in front of us, and that's where we're going to start. And we've had a couple of notifications come up which are quite interesting as well, so we're going to have a look at them. So the first thing that jumps out, just a reminder, so it says about surveys being about opinions and how sometimes you're asked for personal identifiable information such as name and that kind of thing, but if it doesn't ask for consent then they shouldn't be collecting it. And basically sometimes they'll try and get you to like sign up to certain things. Sometimes they'll offer gift cards and that kind of thing, which they're not supposed to do through the site, and they get shut down. That happens a lot. Like I'll go on here and see it a lot, but the thing is, if you are going on to Qmee and you are starting a survey trying to earn some money and that happens, you lose all your investment, you lose your time that you've put into it, or the money that you could have been earning elsewhere. So that's one thing. Now the great thing about this is a lot of surveys come up, but on to the next point, the pay. I mean, if we're looking here, I'm going to just close these notifications now, but what we've got is 15 minutes for 26 pence, the average being 15 minutes. I mean, that's going to be an hour's work for £1.04. And I should mention at this point, if I haven't lost my US viewers already, that actually this is available in America. I think you can do it in any country and just get like the PayPal payout in your currency, but £1.04 for an hour's work. Minimum wage in the UK, I believe, is around £8. It was £7.20 last time I checked, but that was a few years ago when I was on it, so it's probably gone up a bit. But let's say £8-9, something in that region, and you're going to sit here and do a survey for 26 pence, which works out as £1.04 an hour. You've then also got this one, so let's have a look here. So average 6 minutes, although it does say 10 in the side, 32 pence. So you think, okay, 6 minutes, times that by 10, you'll be getting £3.20 an hour. Now no survey site is guaranteed to give out minimum wage. They don't have to. They're paying you, and they're being upfront, or so they say they are. But the problem with this is they often take a lot longer than what they say. So this one that says it takes 6 minutes, it's probably going to take a good 10-15 minutes. They just seem to go on and on and on, and you end up getting halfway through and again just clicking out of it because you're just not invested. You don't want to sit and answer what seem to be ridiculous questions for ridiculous amounts of time for ridiculously low payout. So that is something to be aware of. Now if we look at this one down here, great example. So reported for being too nosy. We close the survey for asking for too much personally identifiable information without consent. Report surveys like these and we'll remove them. Again, great, but if you've already started doing it, if you've already spent 10 minutes doing it or 5 minutes doing it before it starts asking for that, you've just completely wasted your time. And I would say, from what I see, a lot of people do end up, a lot of surveys do end up being like that way. So I personally think the surveys are a complete waste of time, like the biggest waste of time going. Now if we go on, now it's not just a survey site, there's a couple of other features which I'm going to look into. So we're going to click onto offers here, and what it's got, I mean, it's saying that it's got ad blocker, but that doesn't actually impact what we can see here. It just impacts getting a reward. So basically it's trying to get you to sign up to services, Voxy, Sky, Now TV, and there's certain finance, home and media ones, and you'll get some sort of cashback. Now I'm not against cashback, but just going onto an offers page, seeing that there's cashback and going on there trying to get some money, there's a few things. Now, you shouldn't be buying anything just to get cash back, because at the end of the day, you're probably going to spend a lot more on your monthly bill than you are going to gain by getting the cash back. Also, there's a big market out there. It's probably best to compare what you get in, not just go straight to something because you're getting cash back. And there are sites like Quidco, which I personally use. I'll put a link in the description for my referral code, which are actually pretty good, and you can search all the different type companies and that kind of thing and look at it up front. And they're not just partnering with one company trying to get you to buy the service. They're actually sort of trying to partner with all of them. And whilst they don't partner with all of them, because they might not be able to get partnerships, if there's one that you want anyway and you find it, great. But you shouldn't just be clicking on links like this and going for cashback. If anything, you're going to end up spending more money doing this than you're going to get doing these stupid 10p per hour surveys, right? So this page is absolute rubbish. You don't want anything to do with it. The next thing we're going to look at, you can see I've got 9p there. You're probably thinking at this point, right, well, you're a bit of a hypocrite, you're telling us not to do it, but you've obviously been doing it. The cash out on this is super low, and there is one other thing that you can do on it to make money. So we'll go on to Google, and I do have the Qmee, I can't even remember what it's called, which is stupid because I know what it's called. But you've got, the plugin or, whatever you call it at this point. So it says you've got new surveys available. It says 9p, but it also plugs into your browser. So I've tried here. I'm not actually looking to buy a laptop, but I'm just trying to search for random things. So we'll search for microphone as I'm speaking into one right now. And hopefully there we go. So inside again you get in not cash back but just money off orders, and I'm sure Qmee probably get a bit of a kickback. So if you get 20% off, they probably get like 1 or 2% of that, which makes it worth their while. But sometimes what you'll also get is, and it looks, I haven't been able to get it to pop up, so maybe there's none at the moment, but it looks like what you're seeing now. But you'll click the link to the website and open it, and there'll be a little in the corner here, there'll be a little like plus 4p, 5p, whatever it is. And if you click on the link, you can get 4 or 5p. And the good thing about Qmee, if we just go into our next tab here, the cash out, there is no the minimum is a penny. Or a cent, or whatever currency you're doing it in. So if we again get rid of these notifications just because they're in the way here, it is showing, so total earn is 96p, total cash outs at 87, which is the difference between the 9 and the 87. So I did do some surveys when I first started, but as I said, they're pretty useless. I do if I'm googling something and it comes up in the side, which is now gone. But if I'm googling something and it comes up and I can earn 4 or 5p, I will click on it. It takes like a second and it will start building up. So within the space of a year, you might earn like £5 doing that. So if you feel like that's something that you're interested in, you think I wouldn't mind clicking the odd link, but again, it's about not getting suckered in. If something comes up, if you've searched for you've searched for a microphone and you're probably looking for eBay or Amazon, you want something cheap, something like I'm using right now, what you probably don't want is for some website to pop up, especially if it's some dodgy website or some expensive website trying to sell you something. So even if you are clicking on those links, be aware that actually Google is there for a reason. It ranks everything and you can see all the different options, whereas when you're just looking in a sidebar and clicking on something because you're going to get some pennies for it, just be careful about not getting suckered in by that and by actually looking at the whole market still. But if you feel like that's something that's useful for you, by all means go ahead, but the surveys are a waste of time. There is also an app. The app basically has everything the same. It does, you can't plug it into your browser, so you can't search and get money, but what you can do is you can get the surveys and the offers, but again, it's what I've showed you on here. But yeah, I mean, just to shout a few of the better ones out that I've been using at the moment. So there's Prolific, which I mentioned. There's also Branded Surveys, which I'll make a video on that. I'm kind of in the middle. I don't think it's great. I don't think it's awful, and I'll kind of do a more detailed video on the best ways to go about doing it, but that will be at a later date. There's also paid product testing, which is another one, and they're the ones that I'm using at the moment. By no means is that a definitive list of all the best ones, but they're the ones that I'm using, the ones I've been able to cash out on, and think they're worth my time. Not going to get rich quick, but just get a few pound extra in the bank every week or so. But that's the end of this video. It's more just like a warning against it, and by all means sign up, have a look around it, but just if you are new to surveys, this one comes up a lot on any forums or websites, and I just think if you haven't done any of the others, if you haven't done Prolific, if you haven't done Branded, if you haven't done paid product testing or any of the other good ones out there, you're not going to know, and you're going to be sat there spending hours doing surveys just to get a few pounds. And there's much better ways to spend your time, whether it be online, doing eBay listings, of your own stuff that you don't use anymore, or other survey sites that are just better. So it's just a bit of a warning, but by all means, go for it if that's what you want to do. But anyway, I'm going to stop rambling at this point. This is the end of the video. If you liked it, if you give it a like, comment and subscribe to the channel. On this channel I do a lot about making money online, saving money, tech reviews and just other random bits and bobs. But thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.